Okay, hey, so I'm back up in here to review this episode 2 of this new season of Raw. Let's jump right into it. I'm not going in order. I will be all over the place. Portia, I'm gonna be all over the place like Portia. Portia, why didn't you tell us what your real issue is with Drew and Dennis? See, because I believe your real issue is you're still, you know, like humping with this man, and you feel some type of way, as we all would feel some type of way if we had a baby daddy that we was physically still involved with, but they was, doing things with our coworker, like collaborating or whatever, working with our coworker. I think we all would have an issue with that. And you need to be honest about that, because I mean, all of this other stuff is just looking real crazy. It's looking real crazy. It does not make any sense at all. So the episode starts off where it ended. They're still at Shamia's party. And Shamia just come out and say, hey, Drew, what's going on with you and Dennis? Are y'all together? Y'all dating or whatever? Um, Drew says, absolutely not. We just working together. Matter of fact, he's been like an angel. She's like, okay, well, why Dennis? She's like, okay, well, Dennis approached her with an opportunity, and look, he's still in love with Portia. He wanted her to do this song. It was dedicated to Portia. He was crying about it. She told Portia, I don't want you to ever think that I would do something like that behind your back with your baby daddy, which I believe she was putting on the acting chops. But Portia went into her Nene bag. She's giving Nene tease. Very much Nene tease. You can never replace Nene. This girl said, put Dennis to the side, because you could F him, marry him, or kill him. I could care less. But I have been there for you. And you are a low down, dirty, slimy bee. Everybody like, what? Drew's like, what? What did I do? What did I do? No, but see, because do you mind? Can I break the fifth wall? Can I break the fifth wall, fourth wall? Can I break it? Production. Okay, so everybody know that we have our own support system and team in place, and you have been going behind my back trying to film with my baby daddy. Drew said, "Oh, I wouldn't. I would never." She said, "No, Dennis showed me the text messages." And I was with Kenya, like, okay, why is this still a big deal? Why is this a big deal? Because technically you're a married woman. And Portia tells us, I mean, they asked her, is it because you and Drew are really good friends and you was hurt behind that because of, maybe her and Dennis, doing something together? She said, oh no, it's not that deep. All I'm saying is I am going through a divorce and I got to deal with my baby daddy. Make it make sense. What? Well, okay. Um, okay. The stuff wasn't making no sense. She continued to go off on Drew like Drew was a dog, like Drew had then just was sleeping with Simon behind her back. That's She acted like Drew was sleeping with Simon behind her back. It was not that deep at all. Like, unless it's something else that we do not know. But the way Portia went off on Drew was wrong. And it felt very bullyish. And then the second thing she said she have an issue with Drew about is Drew did try to coordinate a photo shoot for her gold naked hair, in which again, and what? She's Drew Sidora. She is Drew Sidora. And I wish that, look, Drew, look, your wigs was busted when you first got on this rower, okay? Uh, Portia helped you out with getting your hair together, but okay, what else? You are Drew Sidora. Okay? You was known, we knew you before we knew Portia. You have put in more work than Portia has. So if you wanted to coordinate a photo shoot for you and your brand and your, who cares if you wearing her hair? What's the big deal? She's treating Drew like Drew ain't nobody. Like, we don't, like, who the hell are you? And you should be lucky I'm giving you an opportunity. Like, she is clearly, acting like she's the boss over Drew. Drew, you need to say the hell with Portia. They got too many people out here doing, hair. You don't need her partnership. Go ahead on. You need to salvage that if she have not salvaged it. I mean, just get rid of it, girl. Not salvage, but you need to get rid of that. Cause yeah, Portia done lost her damn mind. No, you still sexually involved with Dennis. That's why you went off like that. I was with Kenya, like I said. Kenya is bothering me. Kenya is sitting off to the side, like sideline. You got all these new girls closer to Drew, and she's off to the side. The fact that this woman is not a housewife, I could just make a video on that in itself. And she is moving like the storyline a little bit along the way. We sprinkling her throughout the little episode or throughout whatever scenes to bring us the tea, but then we don't know what's going on with her. That is irking me. That is irking my spirit. That irked my spirit the last episode. Portia cannot carry this damn show. She cannot carry it. What else she have going on? Other than this dry, stale stuff with Simon, this dry, stale stuff with Dennis. Like, who cares about Dennis? Who cares about Dennis and Drew? Like, nobody other than Portia. Anyways, then moving on. Like I said, Portia was treating that woman like crap. Drew, just stop talking to me. Just stop talking to me. We move on to Shamia. Shamia said, she had her issues. She went through an atopic pregnancy recently. Y'all know her baby was delivered via surrogate. Her surrogate was diagnosed with breast cancer at some point during the pregnancy. I think the baby, she was 32 weeks along. Anyway, so the baby had to come out her immediately. She was premature, born with some issues. We don't know if it was caused by the cancer or what. Shamia goes and meets with the lady Khadijah, which is, I think that's her name. She was the same one that was the surrogate for Candy when she had Blaze. In Khadijah, she have her own surrogacy agency, which I think is like, that's cool. Shamia go and meet with her because she's interested in still like growing her family and looking for another surrogate. So they have a little moment there, that was touching. Shamia gets with Drew later. Drew and Angela, they meet up, they go exercising. Before that, we get more about Angela. Angela says she was a self-made millionaire, have her own real estate company. Then she met Charles Oakley. They was living in the same building together or something like that. Charles Oakley is my favorite on this show, I guess, right now, because he is not with the BS. He was wondering why in the hell are we talking about these people, because Angela was explaining all of the stuff that happened at Shamia's party to her daughter. And I mean, he's just like, okay, why are we talking about them? Why are we talking about them? Stop being a follower, be a leader. And I loved it. I just laugh. What else? Angela, Drew, Shamia meet up. Angela and Shamia get into it because Angela wanted to know, like, why was you speaking for Portia with asking the questions and stuff like that? Let Portia speak up for herself, which I completely agree. you know, Drew make a comment about Shamia being a lap dog. So if you look it up in the dictionary, you'll see Shamia's picture there. Now, Shamia, in the past, you have came on this show as a friend of the show, and you have upheld Porsha and BS. And I think that has aggravated people in a way about you where they didn't want to see you. Okay. Now you come on this show, you're very super successful woman, you know, your husband is successful, y'all got money, you are a big ball of bubbly energy, which I think is good. A little bit of it can be pulled back, because if y'all watch What Happens Live, Shamil was a whole lot on that Watch What Happens Live. I was like, girl, tone it down, bring it down. But she's so excited to have a peach. Go ahead on. You don't need to do all of the performative stuff. Just chill, relax. Let us see you in a natural form. Anyways, I think that Angela had a point that, yeah, you should have let Porsha speak up for Porsha. And Drew, you know, she was just like, okay, because they all supposed to be friends. Shamia said she want to stay out of it and let Porsha handle her business. That's the best advice, girl. But she was irritated leaving from there with all the arguing and stuff with Angela, because Angela stood up for Drew. What else? We talking about Brittany, the new girl. She want to have a baby. Her and her husband, they got married during COVID-19 via Zoom at the courthouse or whatever. She want to have a real wedding. I guess that's why she got a bigger ring. She want her mama to sell her house, move in with them so she could help take care of their baby. The husband, he seemed a little throwed off or whatever. You could tell, like, you know, she was doing stuff for the camera. The husband wasn't with it. It's always funny when a husband's are caught off guard. Like, okay, just okay. You know, that kind of stuff. I cannot remember what this lady says she does for a living or what she do. I cannot remember. Anyways, her and Kelly, which Kelly, we get a little background on her. Kelly got 4 kids, was married before, had 2 businesses, 2 chicken and waffle businesses. The husband was taking money out of the account, took $500,000 out of the account. And yeah, they went through their divorce and stuff. So now she's single. Say the husband don't pay child support unless ordered. So she's a hustler. Just that, off the strength of that, I think Kelly is going to be, if anybody who I maybe like on this show, because of that, Kelly probably be the one that I will like on this show. Because she's a hustler. She's trying to open up a new location. Right now, she only have 1 location. She had to shut 1 down because of all that stuff with the husband. She's trying to get that together. Don't look like it's going to happen at the date that she wanted to happen. Her and Brittany, they meet up and they're talking about like the stuff that happened at the party, Shamia's party. And Kelly was like, okay, I thought Porsha was going to continue our conversation, because I asked her, how come you took that lady's husband? But when we got in the room, she jumped on to, they wanted to talk about Drew. Girl, yeah, because they trying to, dismiss you because you're the new girl, which in a way I could feel it in a way, but that's the reason for that. So they talked, and then she explained, that it was infidelity going on. It was cheating, as far as, the reason why her and her husband went through the divorce and all of that stuff too. Okay, what else happened? Then we have Porsha and Kenya get together. Unlikely pair, which is good. They're not beefing, but at the same time, like I say, I feel some type of way. You're using Kenya, but she's not. She's a friend of the show. Y'all couldn't give her a peach or something. Like, y'all couldn't put her in the pictures. You got Phaedra in the pictures that's only supposed to be coming in at the end and only doing a few episodes. Anyways, and best believe, Phaedra will not bring nothing. Just like she did not bring nothing to Married to Medicine over there. She not gonna bring nothing over here. We saw that little preview of her twerking. Yes, that's all she gonna be giving. Just a little bit of something like that. But anyways, Portia and Kenya, they meet up. They both look good. I won't. They look like raw. Okay, like original raw. And Kenya wants to know, like, hey, what else happened? Like, what was the real reason that you're divorcing Simon? So she goes down the list, said that, just a whole lot of stuff that she did not know. Like they got surrounded by police when they was coming off the private jet. He had women in the house she saw on the camera when she had left one time. She is the fifth wife, number 5. The fifth wife. She said number 4 was fake. So basically, Porsha married a scammer. She married a scammer, basically. And that's what she get. Sorry, that's what she get. Because she did go up in that lady's house. All of that stuff that she was talking about. Drew is low down, dirty, slimy B. Porsha, the same can apply to you. And when you came back to this show, I was expecting for somebody to go there with you and call you all of those things that you was calling Drew, which is so ironic. So ironic, girl, because yeah, you was the one that got engaged to Simon when Simon was still technically married to Fallon. They was not divorced at that time when Porsha got engaged to that man. And I don't care I don't care about, oh, they wasn't friends and all of this type of stuff. Guess what? On the show, she said she was her friend. She invited you over to her house, introduced you to her husband. You got in the pool. Soon as news hit about Fallon and Simon possibly splitting up, separating, or going through a divorce, you jumped in that man DM real quick. You pursued him. He was not even checking for you. That's what I'm saying. You getting what you deserve, Porsha. It is what it is. And I know you was hoping to have the life that your friend Shamia has, and it just didn't work out for you. And now you're looking all tired and pitiful and pathetic on this show because you are making everything about Dennis, in which we don't give a damn about Dennis, girl. Like, this is pathetic. Like I said, what else Porsha have going on? So she tell us all of this stuff while she's sitting with Kenya, in which I feel like Kenya can't even be Kenya because she's a friend of the show now, and she's trying to, just be cool with Porsha, but you could tell she have her own thoughts. And if she was a housewife, they would have maybe showed her real thoughts of this situation on Porsha. Because she know the stuff don't make no sense. It don't make no sense that you upset with Drew over this stuff. Porsha meets with Dennis at the end of the show. She's with Pilar. They meet up at this little children's whatever. Pilar and got so big. And you could tell Dennis is the man that Porsha wanted to marry. The way she embraced him was like they were still together. They still got something going on. You can't tell me no different. Anyways, she was asking Dennis, like, okay, so Drew was painting this picture of something else, like completely different from what you're saying. And that man said the same exact thing that Drew said. And he said, I did talk to you, Porsha. It wasn't like, a big deal or whatever. I thought you said it was cool or whatever, and then I'm looking at it as, yes, he wants to film with Drew because they both think that it would be good for marketing. So, yeah, that is his idea. He wants to film with her. And he tell her, this is going to be good. So she make a big deal about it. I can't believe you're doing this to me. I just want loyalty. I can't get loyalty from nobody. Girl, you ain't even give Fallon girl code loyalty. I guess she wasn't your friend, so you ain't owe her. Anyways, Porsha cries because she can't get her way with Dennis, and it's not even making no sense, I think, to him. And she leaves and kind of gives him an ultimatum, like, if you do this, if you film with Drew, it's gonna be a problem. We're gonna have a problem, and you need to think about how this is gonna make your daughter feel. How it's gonna make her feel. You're a married woman. You're a married woman. She have a whole stepdaddy. How should she feel? They're not sleeping together. They making music together. So what if we see some flirty scenes with them? And what? You're not with him. You're not with him. I don't get it. I don't get it. Anyways, y'all let me know how y'all feel about this episode. Portia can't carry this show by herself. I don't know what they gonna do. What else she got going on? What else everybody else got going on? Because I am not impressed, and I hate to be a Debbie Downer, but what else they got going on? Anyways, comment, rate, subscribe. I appreciate you coming through.